the market comes to tap this fair value gap, or it might even come down to test this other block or rejection block, then we go up to this place, then before we flush to the downside. This would be my perfect setup. This will be my perfect setup for the week. Hello traders, welcome to the weekly forecast on gold for next week. Just like I said last week, I said I was expecting markets to come down before pushing up, then before we come down. Market came down, then pushed up, but the strength was not enough for them to come and take this liquidity, and then they just dive flushing to the downside. But we all knew that the major move based on this week's forecast was that gold was going to flush to the downside, and we've gotten that. So before we go into what's going to happen next week, let's quickly talk about the highest points market got to and the lowest points and the total number of pips that was delivered, just like we always do, and update our table. So the highest point was on a Monday, and the lowest point was on a Wednesday, and the total number of pips that was delivered was 2,210 pips. 2,210 pips. So let's quickly update the table and see what we have on the table. So the 5th week, the low, the high. So let me just write that here. Low, we'll update this table well. The high. So excuse me. So the low formed on Wednesday, and then the high formed on Monday. So that takes us to Monday to be 8, and Wednesday to be 7. Okay, so we have that already. Okay. All right. So then the lowest point in April, like the monthly low and the monthly high, let's check. Let's quickly check that so that we can update this table. Monthly. So let's check the monthly time frame, or we can even check the daily time frame to see. Let's check. So so this was the highest point market got to, and it was on a Monday, and the lowest point. So the highest point was the 13th of April, which was on a Monday, and the lowest point was 27th of April, which is also on a Monday. So 13th April, then 27th April. 13th April, 27th April. So 13th on Monday, then 27th, which was also on a Monday. So based on past data, we can still see that we are still working within the first week. Either the low of the month forms in the first week, then the high or low of the month forms the last week. In January, we saw that the first week, a day after the first week, the monthly low formed, and then you could see that during the last days of the month, the high formed. Then the same thing in February, the first week, the monthly low formed. Then during the last days of the month, the monthly high formed. Then in March, the first week, monthly high formed. Then during the last days of the month, monthly low formed. Then same thing happened this happened in the second week. This happened in the second week, and during the last days of the month, we have this. So first and second week of May is really going to give us information that we really need to pay attention to. So we are going to be catching the high or low of the month. We should pay attention to this week. Coming week, and then the next 2 weeks. So pay attention to these 2 weeks in order to be able to catch a long move to the upside or downside. We'll analyze that and see what we'll be expecting. So now on our table again, we have Monday occurring how many times now? 8 times, 7 times, Tuesday 7 times, Wednesday 7 times, then Friday 10 times. So we really need to pay attention to Monday, which will be this coming Monday. Then Tuesday or Wednesday, you should pay attention to take a good move. Now, let's just quickly move to the chart and analyze the what are we expecting for the week. So since it's a, let me delete all this. Let me delete all this. So since it's a new month, we need to start our analysis from monthly time frame. If we are starting our analysis from monthly time frame, then that means we have something here. What do we have here? We have this monthly rejection block that is untapped. So this monthly rejection block is untapped. So we can mark it out because the fact that market didn't tap it, there's a high chance that they will come back to it. Then let's go to weekly. Let's go to weekly quickly. Weekly, yeah, we have the weekly rejection block also untapped. We have it untapped. Then still no breakout on weekly, no breakout on weekly, so we can't see anything about the direction for now. Then daily, let's check daily. On daily, okay, we have the rejection block of daily also untapped. So we have 3 POIs that we are watching out for. And then now let's check our breakouts. Formerly, we had a breakout to the upside from here. This was the first breakout. This was the second breakout. So this breakout was what was giving me the morale to keep buying gold. But last week, we saw a close of a swing low and around 4 hours. And then we said we were expecting market to go to the downside. Now, for this week, I'm seeing another breakout to the downside. So we have to break out to the downside. This is the first breakout to the downside, and this is the second breakout to, in fact, there's even 3 breakouts to the downside. So we have the second breakout here, then the third breakout here. So these 3 breakouts is really showing us that gold is in a bearish trend for now. We might keep seeing lower lows and lower highs till we get down, unless we see another shift in market structure. So having this, what do I expect? Let's quickly go to Forex to see the last thing I'm looking for. Okay, so we had a break to the upside of 4 hours here. So that could only mean one thing. If we have a break to the upside here, it could mean that market wants to push up a little before falling. So if I get a push from this fair value gap up to this place, I think this is the monthly POI now, or the weekly. If I can get a push all the way up here, I will be expecting a massive push down. Or if this happens, market decides to come and seek liquidity one more time to the downside here and get a push up before we get another push down. The reason my major bias is this push to the downside is because of the breakouts we've been having on daily, on the breakouts. So, but anything can happen. In fact, this can just keep dropping to the downside, or we just get the push up, then drop to the downside. But in all the cases, the major move you should take this coming week should be the sales. If you are taking this sell, make sure it's a scalping trade, because market might just take you out again. And if you are going to be in this buy, don't stay in this buy for too long. In fact, this buy might push beyond this place. It might push a little bit higher before dropping. But just ensure that either Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, watch out for this zone. If market gets to this zone, maybe on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, just sell markets to the downside. All right, that will be all for this week. And I'll see you guys next week. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.